Good evening. Thank you everyone for coming. I know it's a busy time of year, and so it's 6 o'clock on my watch, and I like to get started early, right on time rather, so I can get you all out here early. We're very excited for our students and their accomplishments. Each and every year, we're amazed on what our students are able to do. We are now in our 5th year, so all of our seniors that are going to be graduating in less than 2 weeks, we're able to see what EC3 had to offer to them as 8th graders. And, which is really exciting for us because they are really our first class that were able to come. They visited, got to take a look at the programs, and then to see it through. So we're super excited about what we've been able to do with our kids. We had 261 seniors that came through our programs here. We have roughly about 1,000 seniors in our district. So that tells you just a little bit, we're almost at the 30% mark for the total amount of seniors that are visiting EC3, and so we're really excited that our students in our district are seeing the opportunities that we have for them and are taking advantage of them and then walking away with something in their back pocket. We all know that graduation is a very monumentous occasion, but for our students, we see it as a secondary thing because they're walking away with an industry certification that's going to propel them into the workforce. Or into college, then to the workforce, or both, as we know nowadays that it's hard just to maybe just go to school and not work at the same time. So, for us, it's just a feather in the cap of our seniors, and we're just excited that they were able to take on this opportunity. So what we're going to do is we're going to go in our programs just in alphabetical order, and we're going to read through our students and their accomplishments. And then we've got some special things at the end. We have some scholarships and some special awards that we'll present to our students. And then at the end, we'll offer up some light refreshments for everyone. And then I've got a little something that we'll do for our seniors that are here. It's a kind of something that we're going to start this year, and hopefully our students will enjoy it. But we'll go ahead and get started with automotive. So I'll introduce Mr. Tom Pitt. Students, what we'll do is I'll read off your names. And you'll come across the stage on this side. You'll shake Mr. Pitt's hand, and then you'll exit the stage. When you go down, you'll actually go all the way down to where Miss Wright and Miss Warren are, and students, you'll pick up your T-shirt there. Okay, so we have a T-shirt for all of our students as they're going out. And then what we'll do is, if you'll stick around, I promise we'll probably get through all of this in about an hour. And that way, and then at the end, if parents, if you wanted to kind of get some group pictures of your students and their friends from their pathways, that'd be great. I like to maybe try to get a group picture of all of our students with their shirts on the steps on the way out as well. All right, so we'll go ahead and get started with automotive. So our automotive pathway, all of our students work through curriculum to get the student ASE certification, so the Automotive Service of Excellence.
They changed its entry level now.
So it's called the entry level. I apologize. So the entry level ASE certification.
Made it harder.
Yeah, so that made it harder for us. And our students have the opportunity to take 10 different exams. For us, what we're looking for is the students to at least pass the one big one, and it's automotive maintenance and light repair. So that is the one that we really need our students to pass. That's what the state recognizes, and then where we can call them industry certified. So several of our students have passed several of these, and they'll be able to see them on their certificate. But just for time's sake, I'm just going to read off our students' names. All right, so Austin Doggery. Austin Houseneck. Brendon Wright. Brendon Dodge. Cameron Star. Clayton Whitaker. Colton Ashley. David Veers. Ethan Pauley. Grayson Jones. Justin Larimore. Levi Sanders. Logan Cecil. Logan Fletcher. Mary Critchlow. Matthew Turner. Sean Hudson. Shane Mudd. Skylar Blanton. And Tyler Varnes. And later on in the program, we're going to recognize a couple of our students, something we're very proud of, and obviously, well, things that we do here in our program are made possible through some unique partnerships. And we have a very special partnership with Swope Family Dealerships. And so we've got a special presentation that they'll make later in the program. But now we're going to move on to our cinematography media arts program. So Ms. Mary Dunn, we have several of our students in our program. Their certifications, again, industry recognized certifications. We do a lot of things within Adobe, and that's kind of like our big mark of measure. And so our students are really, it's a very tough test to get to. Again, our students have worked through 4 years to get here. And so we're going to read off our students that have earned that industry certification. Sabrina Bergman. Marty Commonson. Taylor Caskey. Logan During. Corey Hilton. Weston King. Sean Jones. James Kemper. Destiny Latham. Andre Love Pendergrass. Megan McGuffin. Chandler Paragon. Evan Robinson. Sydney Shive. Adam Thomas. And Mikai Tubbs. I apologize. I get give it up for our automotive students first. Sorry about that, guys. And now for our cinematography students as well. Now we're going to bring up Chef Miller with our culinary program. So our culinary program, they do a lot of work around here. It's more than just food, obviously, and if you ask any one of them, they'll tell you there's a lot of work that goes into it. The food industry is a tough one. But we're very proud of what our students have been able to accomplish here, and we're recognizing our students for their passing of industry certification. For them, they passed the Serve Safe certification. That is one that is recognized throughout our restaurants. If you go in, you'll be able to see a lot of those posted up. They are proud of them as businesses. But for you as a consumer, it's something that you probably want to see as well, to know that they are handling food safely. All right, so we're going to recognize our students in our culinary program. Jason Allen. Ashley Bruner. China Butler. Kiana Curry. Sarah Diaz. Noah Jenkins. Brandon Lewis. Isaiah Martish. Michael McIntyre. Jasmine Merrill. John Nye. Sierra Osborne. Jean Ray Roughton. Alejandro Soto de Jesus. Caitlin Klein. Timone Brown. Josh Crittenden. Emily Daly. Kelsey Denny. Jacob Gringle.
Yes, we're hugging some more.
Josiah Holsenbeck. Ashley Cott. Anna Martin. Drew Millay. Alexis Minter. Sebastian Navakuku. Haley Perry. Giovanni Qualls. Kyle Trost. All right, give it up for our culinary program. Next, we're going to recognize engineering programs. Mr. Jason Nagel is going to come up. So our engineering program does more than just robotics. I know that's probably what a lot of people think about when they think of our engineering program. You see Project Lead the Way and you hear about our robotics team. But in the classroom, our students are working very hard on their Autodesk certification. And so we're very excited about our students able to achieve those. And so we're going to recognize those students tonight. Luke Aubrey. Ty Weiss. Harley Brentz. Braden Bybee. Ethan Cassell. Tristan Collins. William Elliott. James England. Logan Flesher. Christian Foster. Jaquan Hodge. Trevor Howard. There we go. Oh, sorry. Isaiah Jetter. Stephen Kessinger. Christopher King. Robert Kubash. Stephen Lynn. Stephen Loyal. Ethan Lyons. Cody Moore. Kyle Robbins. Jackson Robinson. Taylor Smith. Logan Spires. Sean Steineman. Jose Summers. Ben Truitt. Daniel Schartzer. Gavin Weiss. That's how they put it in the computer. Matthew Valletta. Noah Walshin. Jacoby Woodruff. Spencer Yates. Nathaniel Yamada. All right, give it up for our engineering program. I'm going to bring up Miss Hall and Miss O'Daniel for our health sciences program. This one will take a little bit, I'll go ahead and tell you right now. Our health sciences program, we offer several programs within health science. Our nurse aid program is our largest, and then which is offered to both our juniors and our seniors. Phlebotomy program is just seniors. EKG is just seniors. And then our pharmacy program just for seniors. And some of those programs have yet to test, and we'll even recognize some of those students as we kind of wish them luck for next week as they'll be testing. So we'll go ahead and start off with our nurse aid program. Alexis Brown. Cameron Bryan. Jenna Bunch. Caitlin Buskirk. Abby Cunningham. Sydney Daniel. Caleb Darty. Carissa Dingus. Sheridan Elmore. Alexis Forey. Yana Frawler. Kyra Fripp. Debriah Gavin. Reagan Gunther. Alexis Harden. Shayla Harris. Maya Hawkins. Brianna Hamler. Emily Jenkins. Kelsey Corfage. Amanda Krotzwald. Avery Leeser. Ariana Luna. Chiante McNary. Lakin Miller. Jordan Murrah. Michaela Nagy. Sean Marks. Alexis Puckett. Kayla Shane. Allison Simpson. Annalise Tilley. Give it up for our nurse aid students. Now we're going to go to our students that are certified as EKG technicians. Madeline Harris. Julian Mendoza. Rachel Nichols. Okay, get up for our EKG technician students. Now we're going to recognize our students that are certified as phlebotomy technicians. You may see them if you need to give some blood every once in a while. Just stop on down to the outpatient lab at Hard Memorial. Christopher Bellin. Taylon Ferris. Laren Gray. Emily Jarko. Macy Morris. Stella Myers. Jade Pittman. Madison Walters. All right, give it up for our phlebotomy students. All right, so this next category, these are students that are certified in multiple categories. So bear with me. I'll call the student's name, and then I'll tell you the 2 or 3 or however many they have pathways that they've passed. So Michaela Bostick, phlebotomy and nurse aid. Kaylee Brooks, phlebotomy and nurse aid. Whitney Carr, phlebotomy and nurse aid. CJ Daugherty, EKG and nurse aide. Taylor Daugherty, phlebotomy and nurse aide. Brianna Davison, phlebotomy and nurse aide. Cameron Driggers, phlebotomy and nurse aide. Carly Halterman, nurse aide and EKG. Andrea Herron, nurse aide and phlebotomy. Ashley Hodder, nurse aide, phlebotomy. Alexander Jones, nurse aide and phlebotomy. Jamie Pons Pagan, phlebotomy and EKG. Emma Pena, EKG and phlebotomy. Heather Rigdon, nurse aide and phlebotomy. Ashley Segura, EKG and nurse aide. Trinity Sims, nurse aide and phlebotomy. Kayla Slawball, nurse aide and EKG. Jasmine Verrett, phlebotomy, nurse aide. Brittany Wells, EKG, phlebotomy, and nurse aide. Now this next group of students we're going to recognize, these are our students that are currently, our seniors that are in nurse aide that will be testing on the 30th. So they're coming up, and we're going to cheer them on because we're going to wish them luck next week as they are stressing out getting ready for that test. But we feel confident in them. Katrina Curry. Chloe Miller. So we have their certificates, and we're going to hold them till after they test. And we also have T-shirts for them, so we're already confident. We know that they're going to get it, so we're holding these, but we want to recognize them for sure. Zach Mueller, Jennifer Page Rosso, Shayla Zachary. So if you see them later, make sure you wish them luck. All right, our students that will be testing in pharmacy. Now this is our test. This is our one test we are not allowed to give here. They must go off-site. They have to go to a testing center in Louisville to do this. And so they will be testing the 24th. Okay, so they are coming up. But we're going to same thing with them, and we'll have their certificate waiting for them. Alexis Brown. Kai Castillo. Sasha Dominich. Rachel Cook. Julian Mendoza. Rachel Nichols. Emma Pena. And Rachel Price. So Friday is coming, right? It's the, so we're going to wish them luck. And then our last group that will be testing, this is the hard part of being a third trimester student. So this is our phlebotomy testers, and they will test on Thursday. Natalie Coates Thompson. Edwin Chilton. Madison Johnson Campbell. Allie White. Julian Mendoza. Chloe Miller. Alexis Brown. Caitlin Buskirk. You gotta earn that. Yeah. Kyra Fripp. Kayla Nagy. Rachel Nichols. Shauna Parks. And Annalise Tilley. So give it up for all of our health science students, and especially the ones that will be testing this week. Now we'll bring up Mr. Allen with our IT program. We got a long list of IT students as well. Our students in IT, our biggest area of certification is the Microsoft Tech Associate, and that's really kind of what we focus in on. But students can earn up to, is it 8 different? I think there's like 8 different MTA tests that they can do. And our program focuses on network administration, network security, computer programming, and digital game design. So those are all the different areas that our students can do in our IT program. Tanner Basham. Brandon Bay Asen. Giovanni Rodriguez Barbosa. Caleb Bunch. Marty Commonsen. Ty Bice. Jackson Dunnigan. Caleb Fitzgerald. Nicholas Flood. Neelix Hernandez. Jacob Inman. Ashley Johnson. Donovan King. Aaron Kennedy. Jaden Kennedy. James Marshall. Amber Mercer. Patel Hasmukh. Evelyn Reiser. Joseph McCord. Evan Robinson. Jackson Rockford. Daniel Schartzer. Cassandra Schaefer. Joseph Sherrard. Sean Steineman. Logan Thomas. Grace Yates. All right, give it up for our IT program. Now we'll bring up Mr. Joe Grider for our welding program. You want to give a speech? Mr. Grider was going to give a speech, but he said to save time, he decided against it. I will say that I know Mr. Grider joined us when we first opened 5 years ago. Very excited. We were lucky enough to get the best welding teacher in the state to come to EC3. But Mr. Grider has decided that he is going to retire after this year. So we're very excited what he was able to do for our program, and our students that have had him over the years, I'll tell you, their wallets are very thankful as well. So recognizing our students in welding certification, this puts our students ready for the industry. Annika Barber. Theron Blair. Jillian Brigner. Melody Casares. Seth Green. Patrick Gunther. Cody Mullins. Tyler Reisinger. Daniel Spratt. At least our ladies showed up now. Yeah. Give it up for our welding students. Isaiah Jetter for engineering. All right. I'm going to bring up Ms. Hall and Ms. Corbin. They're going to talk a little bit. We've got a couple of scholarships and recognitions we want to do. Our first one that we do is the EC3 Staff Scholarship. And so teachers get really excited about the opportunity to wear jeans to school. I'm not really sure why, but they do. And so here at EC3, what we've decided to do is we allow our teachers to basically pony up a little bit of money, and then that way they are in the opportunity to wear jeans on Fridays. And so what we do with that money is we put it to use in a scholarship for a student. So we've been doing this over the past couple of years. And so how does a student earn this scholarship? Well, there's no application. There's not an application for it. They are nominated by staff here at EC3. And some of the things that we look at, amongst others, are work ethic. It's a big deal for us how the students perform in the field of work ethic. We also obviously take a look at just citizenship, how they carry themselves in the building, just to other students and things like that. But I'm going to let Ms. Hall and Ms. Corbin just speak a little bit about our student that earned this year.
Okay, so when I talk about the student, I could talk about his intellect or his potential, but those things would be obvious. The excellent healthcare skills was my reason for the nomination. The student has never met a stranger, always engaging in any activity with multiple questions. An example of that would be when Dr. Godfrey from the hospital from Hardin Memorial came over to speak to the students. He asked him what he made on the MCAT. So he's definitely never met a stranger, doesn't care to ask questions. He's always eager to learn, but my most important quality that I witnessed on multiple occasions is his compassion for fellow man. Each trimester, I ask the students if they'll compile a list of positive attributes characterizing their peers. This student received the following feedback. He's driven, smart, can make a bad situation better, very nice and extroverted, an overall people person, always makes everyone feel included, and is funny. So today, he went and interviewed at Hardin Memorial Hospital. He is in the advanced nursing assistant class, and due to this experience, they're able to interview for a position. Thankfully, within 30 minutes of his interview, he was called for a second interview. So that'll be coming up in the next week. So as you can see, all of these qualities will aid in his success as a future healthcare professional and made my nomination an easy selection.
Hello, I am the English 4 teacher here. Okay, so I nominated for this scholarship CJ Daugherty. CJ has a one-of-a-kind personality. Sometimes when students come at the beginning of the trimester for English 4, it can be a little bit awkward. And I say that because we have 3 different high schools that come here. Not all the kids are in the same pathway. They don't have a lot in common sometimes. But CJ made the beginning of this trimester very easy. He introduced himself right off the bat before I even had a chance to introduce myself, and he made friends with everybody right off the bat. CJ also has very strong work ethic, as Mr. Robbins said. He comes ready to work hard every day. He completes all assignments before they're actually due, and he puts forth his best effort on every paper or project that I give him. He's also the first one to volunteer to do recycling around the school each week. He can even talk some of his more reluctant peers into doing this task. Not everybody always wants to do it, but he can always talk them into it. He's also very caring, and he would do anything to help others. He's also sensitive to the needs of others. I have a little story that I like to tell about CJ. So on the day of our work ethic certification interviews, there was a student that got off the bus here at EC3 late, and he was not properly dressed for his interview. This student said that he didn't have anything appropriate to wear at home, and he wasn't sure what to do. I was amazed and speechless when CJ quickly offered this peer his pants. Yes, he offered him his pants. After CJ made this selfless and generous offer, others from the class joined in. One student offered this student a shirt to wear, another student offered his shoes. This student went on to have a successful interview and received work ethic certification, thanks to CJ and the other kids in my English 4 class. This student will now wear the work ethic certification's cords at graduation. I know that these qualities will serve CJ well at ECTC and his chosen career field of sonography. I've been told by Ms. Hall and by others that he's a shining star in the health sciences pathway, and we will be very lucky to have this fine young man working for us in our community in the near future. Congratulations, CJ. You deserve it.
interviews tomorrow.
Interviews tomorrow.
So we have a little plaque that CJ will at least get to hold for now, but it is something that we keep in our office. So we've been doing this for the last 3 years, and so he is now on this, and so as you can see, there could be several students that will follow him as well, but if you took a look at all the other kids that are on this list, they all have that same characteristic, and you know, for us, it's nice that we have a hard time sometimes picking this because we have a lot of great kids. But for us, he is our first health science student to win this over the last 3 years. So, congratulations.
Thank you, Mr. Rogers.
Now, Miss O'Daniel's going to come up, and she's going to offer up some scholarships that we're able to provide here for the work that their students do in health sciences with our blood drives. So, you know, students actually have to give blood for us to be able to make these scholarships.
Sorry, I'm a little bit shorter than he is. All right, so I'm Megan O'Daniel. I've been a nurse for about 10 years, and I've been an advocate for American Red Cross for a little over that. I started my kind of progression with them in nursing school, and it was the first time I ever donated blood, and then I became their disaster action team member. I no longer do that just because I'm here all the time teaching your kiddos, and my kiddos too, as I always call them. It was my honor this year to take on the role as the coordinator. In return for our students' generous donation of life, we are presented with scholarship funds according to how many units that we collect. This year we collected 131 units. That is potential to save up to 393 lives. The American Red Cross gave us $750 scholarship, and as we began to read the applications, the essays that were coming in, we were able to get them down to 3 scholarship recipients, but we couldn't get past further than that just because the essays were just so amazing. These students gave us insight into their personal life, the true meaning of caring, and what has inspired them to go into healthcare field. Thus, we split the scholarship into 3 ways, into 3 $250 scholarships. It is my pleasure to announce wonderful students who have grown to love so much over the year, and I am so, so proud of you all. Your 2019 American Red Cross Scholarship recipients are Sasha Dominich, Rachel Price, and Heather Rigdon.
Congratulations. All right, and then so we have one more presentation we're going to do, and so I'm going to bring up Mr. Tom Pitt, and also want to welcome Mr. Cole Miller from Swope. And Cole, I'm going to let you, when you get up here, you can introduce your team. I know you have several people from Swope here. So over the past, really, I'd probably say 6 years, before we were even built, the Swope family of dealerships jumped on board to help support what we were doing here at EC3, obviously specifically in our automotive program. And so we're just so thankful for their commitment to our students and our program. And this year, through a lot of work and sweat really from Mr. Miller and his team, we were able to put several students to work in co-op positions, interning out at those businesses. And so through that work and things that Mr. Miller and his team was able to come up with some good stuff for our kiddos. So.
First of all, I just want to say how inspiring it is to see all these young men and women here tonight. Let's give all of them a round of applause again. Great job, guys. Great job. Awesome. Again, my name is Cole Miller from the Swope family dealerships. Tonight I have Mr. Carl Swope and Ann Swope with me. from the Swope family, as well as Tony Reynolds and Derek Shawley with me here tonight, and Susan Gifford from the Swope family. And we're all here to support your kiddos, 100%. That's why we're here. So I'll be brief, but I want to give it the credit that everything's due here. On behalf of the Swope family, I would like to take the time to congratulate all the graduates and their accomplishments. We wish you the best in all that you do. We'd also like to thank EC3 for partnering with us and giving our service departments the opportunity to come in and to help these young men and women to be part of the automotive industry and help to train them and hopefully give them an opportunity to see what it's like to be out there in the workforce. We all know as adults that it's not exactly easy, and we want to give them that opportunity to see what it's like and get a head start on that. The EC3 and Swope Co-op program was designed to bring in qualified high school seniors and give them an opportunity for that hands-on training, as I said. But with that, there came some qualifications that they had to meet. Seniors that wanted to participate in the program, they had to be recommended not only by Mr. Robbins, but the instructor, Mr. Pitt, and they had to also have merit and performance in there as well. Bear with me here. The following students were recommended and interviewed to be chosen as the first EC3 and Swope Co-op class of 2019. So as I read off your name, please stand. Colton Ashley, Toyota Service Department. Go ahead and stand up there, Colton. I've known Colton ever since he was little bitty. Had him all through Cub Scouts, Boy Scouts, and I'm really proud of him. And he's accepted a full-time position at my store, at the Toyota store, and he's going to be working for us full-time starting June the 2nd, and we'll be attending ECT at night. Great job. Great job. Okay. Mr. Brendon Wright. Brendon, you here? All right. Brendon's part of our Nissan service department. He's completed that co-op program. He, too, will be accepting a full-time summer position until college starts, but I think Derek's working on him awful hard to get classes moved around so we can bring him on into the workforce. So thank you so much. Cameron Star with the Hyundai Service Department. He completed the co-op program with just excellent skill. He's moving to Texas, so we're trying to convince him to stay, but I think he's heading out to the Lone Star State, so let's give him a round. Brendon Dodge. He's been working in our collision center and learning there, and he's accepted a summertime position as well until college begins, and we thank you. Justin Larimore. Justin's been in our Chrysler Service Department. He has accepted a full-time position with our Service Department and will also be attending ECTC. Thank you. Mr. Shane Nunn. Okay, Shane is also with our Chrysler Department. He is as well has accepted a full-time position and will be attending ECTC. Thank you. And last but not least, Mr. Austin Doggery. He's been working in our Ford Service Department. I spoke with him today, and he himself has accepted a full-time position with our Service Department at Ford and will be attending ECTC. Thank you. Okay, now you get to listen to me just a little bit. At the beginning of the process, at the first of the year, all co-op students that were accepted were told that those who worked above and beyond in academics and performance and in achievement would receive something extra at the end of the year. They were not told what these requirements were, nor were they told what their rewards would be. It was just strictly based on merit, academics, and recommendations. Kiddos, those of you guys that are working for us, I believe that hard work and dedication and the ability to excel should be rewarded. For those of you who did not receive or will not receive the award tonight, don't let this be a discouragement. Actually, let it be an encouragement that hard work and dedication, you can reap rewards from that. We all know in the adult world that not everybody gets a participation trophy, as that happens. But you can reap strong rewards in financial and workplace areas, okay? So as you move forward, work hard because you can be rewarded for that. My goal, as well as the Swope family, is to do all that we can to make sure that you kids in the automotive program excel to your full potential. That is our goal, to help you along the way, and that's why we're here tonight, okay? So with that being said, we have two students that met all of the following requirements that were set up at the beginning of the year by myself, my team, Mr. Pitt, and Mr. Robbins. Those requirements were a 95% GPA or above in all automotive classes, maintenance and light repair. Maintenance and light repair courses completed from Hardin County Schools. Work ethic certification certificate was a must. 3 days or less absent from each school term. Student Automotive Service Excellence, ASE certifications completed and done. Be selected by the Swope interview process and complete the Swope Co-op program. So it's my pleasure to present to you Mr. Cameron Star and Mr. Justin Larimore. Please come forward. So guys, Mr. Derek Shawley and Mr. Tony Reynolds are going to wheel out. We have a couple of tool carts. These are completely stocked with everything you'll need to get started with your careers. Thank you. Thank you for having us out here this evening. Thank you.
There's quite a bit of money invested in these students, as you all can see. And what a lot of people don't know, and I kind of learned this a few years ago, is if you get a job as a mechanic, you have to bring your own tools. So these guys are, set up now. They have over $2,000 worth of tools in these tool chests, and so they're going to be well on their way in their fields. This comes now to the end of our presentation tonight, and I want to thank everyone for being here. Again, our students come to EC3 by choice, but they are selected to be here. Our students are selected amongst many students within the district. We look at attendance, behavior, and grades. We have a lot of students that are not picked to come to our programs because they lack in those 3 areas. And so, we continue to encourage our students. If they want to come to EC3, we have some students that are probably sitting out here that may even be hoping as a younger sibling to come to EC3, and we hope that they are able to come. Attendance, behavior, and grades are our biggest factors we look at. We look at those because that's what our employers are looking for. We're looking for students that show up to work on a daily basis. We look for students that are able to achieve academically or achieve in the workplace. And we look for students that are able to get along with others and get along with their coworkers. So those are the things that we're looking for and we continue to strive for at EC3, and I can't believe as we move into year 6 next year. So a lot of our students that are here today that have been recognized will also be recognized at their graduation. We have medallions that our students have earned. I know that John Hardin had a ceremony today, and I think our other schools are having those that are coming up. Students that have earned career certified medallions. It's a Hardin County Schools, an event that we recognize our students. These are students that complete all 4 courses within their pathway and have passed the industry certification or test at the end. So it is a very tough thing to get. It's not just given to anybody, but we're very excited for our students that are able to earn those by coming through EC3. And so you'll see our students that will wear those at graduation. It's a nice shiny medallion, as well as the work ethic cords that I know a lot of our students have earned. And so we're excited that our students are able to have that.